You may notice my money counter. Yes, it's up by a lot now. Now it's up even more. No, no, no. No. No, I don't want no flipping ass.
Well, we're in a drag race to the new Audi RS Q8, the Audi K Turbo SE Hybrid, and the race things out here.
So that. So checkpoint door. That's it.
Before we do race though, let's do a little bit of sound check. I've listened to my Audi. It's a bit crap. Let's have a listen to your Audi. It's a bit better because you've got like a titanium exhaust or something. Let's have a listen to the Lambo. I think this is going to win this. Go on. So this is one of these odd occasions where Yanni is one car, but he's actually wanting the other car to win. So you're a bizarre character. Finally, Sam, do yours. Yours is going to sound crap.
Crap, but with dignity.
Why is Sam wearing a beanie? Sam, you're not 16 years old, mate.
Because my big Irish bald head gets cold.
He looks even more like Jason Statham in that.
Ooh! Oh, yeah. Don't start, Tommy.
That's a compliment. Actually, Sam, with that, would your missus gladly swap you for Jason Statham?
In a heartbeat.
Anyway, shall we get on with the racing? Come on. go quicker.
I had so much good spin off the line.
Yeah, I don't know as well if it's down. This can go quicker. Oh, sure. Where wins before? Lumbo. It goes up the line first. Maybe you should try this one. Let's go again.
What colour is your car? It's disgusting. Don't try it. This is everyone loves this colour. What colour is that? That's like a look of brown.
Are you talking about this? Oh yeah, okay, sorry. I'm expecting Rory, this is Rory, you know, but he said it looked like gold. Greater, it's actually like really fake. A prosthetic looking fake. I don't know what it is. I'm
Good luck with that.
Anyway, let's move on.
I need to go down a bit. My car won't go.
That's weird, because Audi doesn't all say no.
It's not BMW.
It's an Audi, not a BMW. That's right. Tokyo. Tokyo one. They're all the same board, aren't they? Ah, the Lamborghini has the unicorn. Go with the constant still to try to figure out what's going on there now, aren't we?
Yanni again, bro. Why you keep jumping? Oh, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, there you go then. Oh, we're going to swap this now.
No.
You don't get that. You don't get the take it out. Because we'll know it's you, the car.
No.
I can turn the other way.
I'm pretty sure it's the car. I'm just interested to find out what it's just for at age 54.
Put it on the brake, bro. Put it on the brake, bro. Sake.
This can go quicker.
That Porsche just wants to jump off the line, boy. Because you left before everyone else.
Why are you doing it to me? You just told me say it now. Oh my god, I'm offended. Perfect, Yanni. I think you got it down. Right, let's go one more time just to be.
I won twice.
I'm
You won
lagging.
twice. But you just swear at me.
I won twice.
I'm lagging.
I think everyone's just bored of this now, aren't they? Yeah, should we move on?
I'm lagging.
Let's have a think.
I think my Wi-Fi is going red. Yeah. I don't know. We have to reboot it somewhere. Am I supposed to fix this? Yeah, see, what is going on? I don't know.
What a
That race don't count. That race don't count because the
Well,
movie
the Porsche
stopped.
won. It completed the standing quarter mile in 11.7 seconds. The Lamborghini took 12.1 seconds, the Audi 12.2 seconds, and the Bentley came last with a time of 12.5 seconds.
Still
If
lagging.
you're changing your car, then you've got to check out
Yeah,
CarWow.
feels
Because there's
right.
nothing quite like knowing that you're getting a great price, both when selling your old car and finding a new one. CarWow makes all the stuff that's hard work about car changing, like the haggling, the no-shows, and the nasty surprises, a thing, the past, life-changing. Now, if you want to go to Carwow right now, I'll put a
Oh,
link
that's wrong.
in the description of this video and the pinned comment. Alternatively, you can click on the pop-out banner Ping in the top right-hand corner of the screen now, or scan the QR code on the screen using your mobile phone to go directly there.
Yeah, let's try
Car
closing it out.
change, Carwow.
Closing it.
Right, now we're going to have a rolling race from 50 miles an hour. We'll see which is quickest to the quarter mile and then to the half mile. We'll be running in like normal auto relax mode for all of the cars, whatever that setting is. I don't know what it is on each of these cars, but they're all set up, ready to go. Before that, though,
Let's try closing this out. And then letting that charge. Let's see if that'll do anything. Let's see. Let's see if that'll do something. Yeah, see, I don't know, I'm barely loaded in. Oh. What is going on? Like, what? Why is my Wi-Fi speed so bad, bro? Someone tell me. Hold on, let's try. What is? Trying to fan out my PC. It's not even loading. I wish it was the real Mr. Beast. I don't think he plays Roblox a lot. You see, it's okay. Yeah, see, look how slow it's going. What's going on? Okay. What is happening? Someone tell me. What? No. Stop, stop. Okay. Okay. What the? Bro. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I have no idea what's happening. I'm just gonna keep closing it out. Please tell me that works now. Okay, it's fine right now. That's taken care of.
In the anti-roll bar, bolt that back up. Then the new heat shielding's going in place. Here we go. On goes the exhaust. The easy part. Sliding the Valvetronic exhaust up to the new Valvetronic front pipes. 2 bolts, and that's job done.
It looks mad though, look at that.
Yeah, it just looks crazy when there's flames going to be flying out of that.
Oh, they're just
The Infiniti QX60 is perfect for whichever version of me I need to be. Over to Air.
If it starts.
What do you think that exhaust is going to sound like?
By the end of this video, you want to know what that exhaust is going to sound like?
Go on then. You've got no face.
Here comes the bar.
Did you just mix Pirates of the Caribbean? Just Here comes the girl.
This bar actually holds the exhaust mounts, which now means I can tighten the exhaust onto it. And there's 4 of them, 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Not only does it hold the exhaust mounts, it also holds the latch for the engine bay cover as well. Once that's on, we can move to the next step. Before we put the bottom heat shield in, this is a wing actuator, and this was stupid money, but we need this by 2 because both of these were snapped off. You can see here, look, it was snapped off just there, and unfortunately, the other bit is no longer to be existing. So let's get this wing actuator installed, and the other one should be arriving within the next day. Remember, the goal here is just to get as much electrical things as possible plugged in to give the car no excuse not to start. We don't know whether we've shot ourselves in the foot because there's still a heat shield to go in here, but there is this wire here still left over, and with the yellow plug on, that means it's part of the airbag or the crash system. And we need to make sure all of that is all plugged in and ready to go, because if we try and start the car with something's unplugged, it might stop us from being able to start it. But for some reason, Lamborghini don't list anything to do with like airbags on the site that we're looking at. We know this is going to be for a crash sensor because there's the same plugs which are on the very front, which I'll show you. So I've just googled the part number and ordered a Volkswagen Audi crash sensor, and it looks like, oh, it does go in there, perfect there, look at that. It goes in there, slots in, oh yeah. I can't remember what car this is actually on. But could this be the reason why the car wouldn't start or it wouldn't clear the crash data? Because it had one crash sensor which wasn't plugged in. You never know. These newer cars are so sensitive to things like this. Let's hope. That should be all the airbag system fully connected now. Curtain airbags in, steering wheel airbag in, passenger side airbag in, seat airbag in, and all the crash sensors on. Great stuff. Now we have so much more plugged in, but there's one last thing I want to put in before we try and start it, and that's the coolant. And because the cooling system is so big, we need to make sure that we don't get any air locks or air bubbles in there. So, best way to do that is as we've learned. Generally, Volkswagen Audi cars tend to be okay with air locks because they put the coolant tank so high up, so any air rises out, but we're not going to risk it. We are going to try and vacuum fill this so we can suck all the air out that's in and then replace it with coolant. But generally, they tend to be okay, but let's see. We need to put our vacuum filler into the coolant reservoir, plug the hole up nicely, then attach the air line to it. I'm going to turn on the compressor. Oh! And now this is going to blow pressurized air across the coolant reservoir, sucking out all the air inside the cooling system. Once we've sucked a vacuum, I can turn the tap off, and you can see we're holding negative pressure, so there's no leaks. Then I can grab my Valvoline coolant, fill the pipe up with only coolant so there's no air actually in the pipe before I put it on. Then open the tap, and the negative pressure from the cooling system will suck all the coolant into the car. And that should hopefully give us no air locks and a full cooling system. This is our secret weapon. We've got Franco in Leicester, and he's going to see if we can get him It's got all the Lamborghini software. It did the Urus before. And we're going to see what we can do. I've literally just pressed the ignition on in the car. Now it's deciding it won't go into park because gearbox malfunction. I don't even know what it's doing. So hopefully it'll be able to read it and see what's going on with this car. And if it does start, that will be a miracle.
I want to hear it start, especially that.
If it'll be a massive moment if it starts. But at the minute, I'm not feeling hopeful. Like it has a different fault every time I press the ignition on.
It is a Lamborghini.
It is, yeah. Right, it's down to you. Nathan from Fag Coding has the Lamborghini official software to get into the car. He can now plug into it, read all the fault codes, and he's able to access and do whatever Lamborghini can do at the dealership. And there's some stuff which needs coding into the car, like the new headlight. So now we're deactivating the hybrid, so which is what we've just done, and then once we deactivate it, we're going to read the code and then reactivate it, and hopefully when we reactivate it, the crash data should have gone. But it didn't seem to work. Although Nathan has the software to do this procedure, it needed extra authentication. 5 minutes to 12 at night. Not looking good. You need this login to be able to log into this car and reset the crash system. Only a few people have this login, so we're speaking, well, Fag Coding Leicester was speaking to someone abroad who has that login, who can then do it. But the problem is, because it's now 12 at night, they're 3 hours ahead, they've gone to sleep. So it looks like tomorrow morning, first thing, 8:30 in the morning, we're going to give it another go. But this really could end up with me rebuilding a car which doesn't start. See you tomorrow. Okay, it's the next morning. Fag Coding Leicester is back. And he reckons he's cleared it now.
You've got such a big smile on your face.
You reckon it's done?
You have faith?
Well, I don't know, because it's something that I don't know anything about. And he just played around on the computer and finally got it going. This is going to be it. Will it go?
Question is no.
Is that ignition on?
Yeah, it says shift to P. It won't go in P. No. It still wouldn't go. Still can't do it. And that crash shut off code was still there. So it's 11:30 now. We've been on this since about 8 o'clock last night. Multiple people have looked at it. We're still going. We're still trying to find this problem. We managed to clear the fault, then it come back. Some people have said we need to complete the whole car before we try and clear the faults. There's only a few more things missing off the car, but you never know with these Lamborghinis. It might need literally the front bumper on for it to be able to start. You just don't know with these new things, but we're still going. It could come down to rebuilding the full car, having it set down and then trying, and if that doesn't work, then we've just got a really expensive rolling car. Yeah. We was trying everything, and so many specialists from around the world were logging onto Nathan's laptop to try and solve it as well. Remember, this has never been done before, so everyone who gets on and tries to do this is learning from scratch. But I'm sure there's got to be a way. That can't just be the end for the Lamborghini after one crash. It's day 3. We're trying again. We may have a code to get in. Seems that every single thing on this car needs to be coded to the car. Even the headlight. The headlights don't work because they need to be coded to the car. Gone are the days where you can just go to your main dealer, buy a part, plug it into your car, and it works. Headlights don't work. Rear wheel steer don't work. The car don't work. You can't even unlock the door from the inside. I don't know what's going on. Can we do it today? So for the 3rd time, Nathan gets his laptop out and plugs into the car again. And by this time, more parts have arrived that can start fitting to it. And the more I fit to the car, the more chance it's got of starting, because the less fault codes it'll actually have. So now I'm fitting heat shields, bumper brackets, all of which won't make any difference to it starting, but all the electrical stuff should. and on go the rear lights. One for the left hand side and one for the right. But the question is, will these need coding as well? It's actually starting to look like a car. Now I can't align this up to anything, in fact, because we've got nothing to reference off, so it is just on at the minute, and once we get the panels on, we should be able to like line it all up. Now, if these lights work, then hopefully our look's changed. Let's see. First step. Indicators. Oh my god!
Look at that.
Look at that. As if they work. Okay. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed for tomorrow morning, where Bag Coding Leicester is back to go again with the guy from China who's wrote a code onto his laptop, which hopefully, I don't know what's going on. We have no idea, but step by step, it's looking better at least, but we're still just not moving. Previous there, we removed the wrap of the rear clamshell so we can see the extent of the damage that was caused to the carbon on it. And instead of buying a new one, you can't even... Can we? Then gets his laptop out and plugs into the car again. And by this time, more parts have arrived that can start fitting to it. And the more I fit to the car, the more chance it's got of starting, because the less fault codes it'll actually have. So now I'm fitting heat shields, bumper brackets, all of which won't make any difference to it starting, but all the electrics in it with carbon fibre, nice and OEM actually, like it's all little bits of carbon fibre just all patched in here. That saved us at least like £10,000 doing that. So now we're going to drop this off to the body shop, get painted white with the rest of the panels, and that can go on. And when I dropped that off, I picked up the front wing which had been painted. But even though we got the correct colour code, the paint just didn't seem to match. But we needed to see whether it aligned up anyway. This is a total guess, this is, because this, are you guessing? Oh. There's quite a few bolts which hold the wing on, and there's adjustment to all of them. At the minute, the only thing I've got to line it up to is the door. Slightly off. And that looks just about right. Just the colour we need to sort out now. Yeah, it's just a bit bluey, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. What do you reckon? You're just going to have to paint into it?
Go back, see what this brings up. So obviously we've been scanning off carbon as such, or fiberglass, whatever it is.
Yeah.
See if it brings up the same match. If not, it's going to blend it.
Yeah. Nothing seems to be straightforward with this car. It looks like the body shop guys may need the full car so they can blend the paint with the rest of the panels. As some panels are aluminium and some panels are carbon fibre, it really affects the way the colour looks of the paint. In the meantime, I've got two bonnet hinges that I need to replace because both of them are bent. In goes the left one, and I'm not doing the bolts up too tight, just so I can move it and adjust it all round when the new bonnet arrives.
Are you sick of plugging into this car yet?
I am, yes.
Is it going to start today?
Hopefully, fingers crossed, we should get the car started.
Yes, positivity.
Liam's here with the bonnet. Got a bonnet.
That looks mental, look at that.
Look at that. This is from Duke Dynamics, but that looks like a Lamborghini SVJ compared to the stock bonnet. Look at that. That looks way better. This bonnet was actually part of a body kit, and it was cheaper to buy the kit than it was just to buy one Lamborghini bonnet. So it made perfect sense.
How's it looking?
At the minute we're about like 15 hours of labour in, and it's just wore that seat away. Now I've got to transfer all the hardware off the standard bonnet and fit it onto my aftermarket one. That's including all the hoses for the washer jets, which actually slide through it, which Hannah's helping with here. Washers are through. We need to widen these holes a bit because aftermarket mods and all that, so we need to put the washer jets in there. But then we've got this lovely, beautiful £11,000 worth of bonnet, which was £11,000 worth of bonnet, but it's now damaged. And do you know what? We're going to sign it. In the next, let's say 50 orders, buys some of the new H3BT merch, is going to win 11 grand worth of Revolto bonnet to make into a sledge. Someone took one of the brake discs home last week. Now one of you is going to take the bonnet home. And the whole team can't thank you all enough for watching and supporting us with this build. Thanks to every single one of you that has subscribed to the channel. With the new bonnet prepped, we can now line it up to the car. And it took a lot of lining up. But once we was happy with it, we had to drill a few holes out for the bonnet latch, which my dad's just done. Then he could bolt that to the bonnet. Then I've got a few mods to do. All new clips in my seal, like that. And I need to drill out the holes, which I made a stencil using the old one. I've made some arts and crafts of where it needs to go. We're just going to drill the holes out for them. And they'll all line up. I've got to be very careful here that I don't drill through to the other side of the bonnet, as this one's made out of fiberglass, not carbon fibre. Once the holes are drilled, I can clip in the old seal, and that's one complete bonnet. Last few touches now.
JD Power has ranked Nissan #1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the Nissan Pathfinder, Nissan Murano, and Nissan Rogue.
Now get 0% APR for 60 months on select popular models.
I love it so much when dogs are excited to see me. Throughout the years, our dog Piper was
The last piece. Yeah.
I'm glad you went with that bonnet over the stock one.
Yeah, it's looking, the bonnet looks a lot nicer than the stock one, doesn't it?
100%.
After a long time, we've finally lined up the bonnet, which is so important because the car still doesn't start. They're still in there, and we're still continuing to build it up. Let's continue.
When I came here today, my seat was upright like this, and slowly throughout the day, it's just gone further and further back to the point where I'm actually going to go sleep in a minute.
More parts arrived back from the body shop, including the whole rear clamshell, the rear wing, and a couple of the rear arches, along with the front bumper as well. We've got this guy on from Dubai who's an EV whiz, and he can't communicate with it, so he thinks there's a problem inside with what we've done with the box. So we're going back to this box to see if something's not plugged in. This guy's the whiz.
What time is it in Dubai?
It's at 23:56.
Okay.
It's nearly midnight. Now I'm removing the junction box, which you remember last time the pyro fuse was stored in. And this was the reason it was cutting off power to the hybrid battery, which is used to start the car. This guy in Dubai thinks there may be a problem with the connection in this junction box, so we've just taken it out to have a look to see if there was any damage. But after inspecting it, that's good. It all looked good. So there's peace of mind there. Look how fast we got that out. We're like, almost know what we're doing now. Now, we're going to slide it back in and connect it all back up. But the actual crash data on the car, which is stopping it from starting, is stored in the ECU, which is in that box. So it's vital we can communicate with it. But we seem to be making some progress now. And whilst they carry on...
That's the end of the video. I went through black so much.